So this is a buyer. We're on a phone call, and I say, you know what? Yeah, I want to be really honest with you. I think I just want to wait for rates to go down before I buy.
Okay, yeah, I got you, Rachel. And tell me a little bit more about your thought behind that.
I mean, it just seems like, with the rates being this high, I don't know if we could afford it. So I think waiting would be probably better for us.
Okay, so you're just concerned about the affordability. Is that for like a month-to-month, monthly payment perspective?
Yeah, I mean, we can only afford so much a month, and with the rates, I don't think we're going to be able to afford it right now.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, let's take a step back, Rachel. Remind me again of why you were considering purchasing in the first place.
Yeah, our family is growing, and our place is pretty small, and so when I have a baby, I want to make sure we have another bedroom.
Okay, so your family's growing. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
First and foremost, yeah. And you want to make sure you have that extra bedroom. Now, I am curious, Rachel, how long would you be willing to wait to get that extra bedroom and have that extra space for your family?
I mean, ideally, we'd really like to be in a place by the end of the year. I don't know if it's feasible, but that would be my preference for sure.
Okay, I mean, end of the year, yeah, I totally understand. And really, real estate can take a little while, and sometimes it means starting the process sooner to be able to be prepared for that. And so, Rachel, I am curious, with you wanting that bigger space, wanting to move by the end of the year, I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen with the market. Nobody has a crystal ball. But if I could sit down with you and I could show you a way that we could find you a house that has that extra space that you're looking for your family with a payment that you could be comfortable with, I mean, could you see yourself making this move happen right now?
Yeah, I would be definitely open to it.
Okay, well then let's go ahead and sit down and we can talk about what those options look like. When are you available? Tomorrow at 2 or tonight at 6?
Tonight at 6 sounds great.
Cool, let's do it.
Perfect.
Rock solid, dude. That was good. That was good.
Alrighty, so we're a buyer. I'm on a phone call. The goal is to set an appointment, and I tell you, yeah, I just got to be honest. I don't want to waste too much of your time, but I think we're just going to wait for rates to go down before I buy.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about that thought process?
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like it's really expensive. Prices are really high. We just don't know if we can afford it with the way that the rates are right now. So we're thinking about waiting till they go down would make it a better time for us.
Okay. And have you been tracking house prices, the last few months?
I mean, here and there, we've been looking at Zillow and just seeing what's out there.
Mm-hmm. And have you noticed that the prices tend to keep going up the last few months?
We have, yes.
And so if that continues, even if rates go down a little bit, do you think you'd be getting a house for cheaper or for more expensive?
Well, I mean, I would hope that we would be able to afford more if the rates were less. This kind of been my thought process.
Mm-hmm. And by more, are you thinking about like other neighborhoods or bigger house? What are you looking at there?
Yeah, we want a bigger space. I'm gonna have a baby in the next couple months and just really would like an extra bedroom.
Awesome. All right. Well, and when are you planning to have this baby?
By the end of the year, if all goes well.
All right.
Keep going. You're doing great.
Okay, and so if I understand correctly, you're looking to move into a bigger place because you're having a baby soon. That's right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you want to wait for rates to go down.
Exactly. So that's what we're running into. I'd love to move sooner, but I'm just worried about the rates.
And what happens if rates don't go down?
Well, I mean, if they don't go down, I guess we're just going to have to keep renting, which I don't love.
Okay, and in terms of the perfect home, if you were to find the perfect home today, would that be something you'd be willing to move forward with?
Yeah, if I could afford it.
Okay, well, let's have a quick conversation with our lender. That way, we'll know where we're at right now. So if we do find that perfect home, you're ready to go now. But we can always wait till later on. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds great to me.
All right, great. Let's set that up.
Okay. Ooh, buzzer beater, nice.
Okay, great job by both of you. I'm going to go with Andrew on this one. I feel like he did a good job in the beginning of isolating even further down what her objection was, that it wasn't just the price, but it was the monthly payment, and that was what she was scared about the most. And then additionally, you touched on not only her motivation and her goal for this coming year, but you touched on that pain point of maybe not finding something, and that was a bit, I felt like you gave the impression that that was kind of scary, and so that motivated her even further. Matt, I think your cadence was very good. Your professionalism, you just sounded good. You had one little funny joke in there. I think all of that was good, but I think Andrew did better. Good job.
Andrew, you're great. You've always been great at that aspect of it. Is you fact found, you again isolated and asked all the right questions. And what it felt like was I knew you were driving with the intention of going somewhere, but it didn't feel like that on the other side. So you were leading this conversation without them feeling like you were leading it, and that's top. Like, you do that every single time I hear you, so that's great. Matt, I love that you're just so laid back in your conversations. It makes for an easy conversation when you're talking to someone out there. I think that that's going to be beneficial for you, but I'm going to give this one to Andrew.
I agree with everything they said. I think, Matt, what you really have going for you is that you feel comfortable. I didn't get a sense. Sure, there was a pause. All right, this is a kind of an awkward setting for all of this. I don't imagine, on the phone that would really come out for you. So I nod to that. But I think that how comfortable you were. I think that the logic train that you were trying to get her to ride. I think there's a lot of value in that. Andrew, I think that, well, you already won, but you have my vote as well. I think that it was pretty textbook as far as like acknowledging the objection, asking a couple of questions around it to get a better understanding of like her perception of the objection, and just kind of offering an alternative perspective for her to consider in reference to the pain point that she would end up getting by following her train of logic. And so getting her to kind of think about it in that way, and just going for the close and everything, I think you got it.